Hey everyone, Vanessa here with Visalia Talks, your number one talk show here in Visalia that brings you everything you need to know about your community. Today we have with us Donald from ICANN Skill Enhancement Training. Hello, Donald. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for coming and visiting with us. So you've got a really cool program going on, and I want you to tell us all about it. Now, explain to me and to the people what is ICANN Skill Enhancement Training.
Yeah. So basically, it's just we just give kids just raw skills. So we give them footwork, which is why we have mats that go on the floor so they can kind of see where their feet go. We don't put them in situations. We just give them skills so that way whenever they go to any program or anything like that, then they can handle any situation with the skill that we give them. But our job is really just to expose their weaknesses. So every time they come in, we expose their body, their skills to new things. And so they struggle. They have to learn how to deal with adversity, learn how to deal with hard things, which is what a lot of kids have a hard time with nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of have to face their insecurities in terms of making mistakes and looking foolish a little bit. So that's pretty much what we do. We expose weaknesses and just teach them how to fight through them and teach them how to train on their own time.
So weaknesses in sports?
In basketball, yeah. So if a kid can't do a certain skill, um, I record usually everything, and then I'll take them to the TV and show them exactly what they're not doing. Sometimes players are numb to their feet, so I can tell them, "Hey, your foot isn't hitting this spot on the mat, or you're not doing this, or whatever it may be." And they'll say, "No, my foot is doing that," or "The timing is right," or whatever it may be. And then I'll take them to the TV, and they'll be like, "Oh, I didn't know that was happening." And then they start to feel it after they see it. So we just expose them. Through the accountability tools and then through the visual aid of the TV, and then they start to the learning curve kind of increases that way.
Yeah, that's awesome. So is it just basketball that you guys
Yeah, it's
are
just
dealing with?
strictly basketball.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay. So you're turning them into basketball all-stars.
yeah, in a sense, like a lot of kids, like myself, for example, I'm 5'9" on a good day. Um, And so, in order for me to give myself a chance, I
You
have
have to
to
maintain.
acquire skill.
Yeah.
I don't have the God given attributes of height, length, and all these different things that a lot of top tier
Yeah.
players have.
Got to make up for
Um,
it.
yeah,
In
and
other
skill
places.
is kind of the equalizer, and everybody can acquire it.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. So, kids that are coming into your program, they are already in basketball, or they might want to be in basketball, or they just come here to just really, if you're giving them the footwork for that and the skills, they can take that training and really probably apply it for any type of sport.
Yeah, for sure. It's kids of you know all ages, all skill levels. We're a worldwide organization, and I'm possible, and we have so many testimonies of players that who never should have had a chance of playing high school basketball or
Hmm.
college basketball, and just the fact that they stuck with our process and
Hmm.
skills training. They went on to achieve their dreams. And
I
so,
love that.
yeah.
I love that. How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing it as far as being a trainer for around 6 years,
Oh,
like 3 years
nice.
serious. I started doing this right after I got done playing at my junior college, and so the reason why I am so bought into it is because I'm a product of the product. And
Mm.
so, seeing how much better I got, I was okay already, but seeing how much better I got after applying, impossible skills and methods and stuff like that, everything kind of went through the roof. And I got an offer to go play overseas,
Nice.
and I got an opportunity to earn a partial scholarship in the Bay Area too.
I
So,
love that.
would have never had the chance if I didn't train this way.
Yeah. So it's a special type of a training.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
just you're on a basketball team and the coach is training you in basketball. Completely
Yeah,
different, yeah?
completely. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very intentional, very detailed. Like I said, our job is to expose everything you're not good at.
Hmm.
So, I always tell players in a joking way, like you're here, or I'm here to show you how much you suck.
Okay. Yeah.
And they laugh, and so it kind of gets things going. But it's the truth. So
Mm-hmm.
the we train for the kid's dream, while the coach trains them for the team. And
Love that.
so and so coaches will take advantage of the kid's strengths and use that in a way to get wins. And they'll figure out ways to hide their weaknesses. And so we do the the exact opposite.
Yeah.
Um,
Or like they'll put them in a different position because they're not strong at this. You're
exactly,
making them strong at everything. I
exactly.
love it.
Yeah. So that's our job, is just to give them skill, and not put them in a box.
Hmm.
So I don't allow kids to say I can't do something.
You say I
Or
can.
yeah, I can. Yeah. I can. That's the reason why I named it that.
I love it.
The man who says he can and the man who says he can't are both right. So
Ooh, that's powerful.
yeah, and
Yeah.
so it's also my favorite scripture, Philippians 4:13 as well. That's the reason behind it. But yeah, that's what we do. We do the exact opposite of coaches, so that way we give kids a chance, because you're not training for that coach. You're training for whatever dream or level you're trying to
Yes.
play at. We don't want to limit the kids' beliefs or their dreams. I'm a huge believer in dreaming. My dad always taught me to dream and to have goals,
Yep.
and so I try to help players, um, just dream and have goals and think big.
Yeah. That's great. I love that. So, what brought this in your heart? How did you even get started doing something like this?
Um,
Just going through the
well,
program yourself?
well, there was that. I never really wanted to be a coach, or I didn't even know training could be a thing. Training didn't get big until maybe, I don't know, 6, 7 years ago or something like that. Um, but my dad, he had always coached since I was little, so he's always been involved, and seeing the impact that he's had. Like at his funeral, he had like 3 generations of people, come to his funeral.
Players?
Players,
That,
parents,
oh,
and then players' kids.
oh,
That he had coached, and so just seeing the impact. But it really just got started. Came back. My dad got me a job at Redwood High, which is where I went to, and started coaching, and then some of the players started, or parents started or asking about my resume and stuff like that, playing career, and they were like, "Oh, well, you played at a decent level. Can you help my kid get better or whatever?" And so it started with that, and then I found out that Micah certified trainers, and I kind of jumped into that because as a player, you get burnt out really quick when you're doing the same things
yeah.
over and over again. I think that's with everything in life,
Hmm.
and you don't give yourself an opportunity to grow in different
Yeah.
ways. And so getting into that and seeing that we don't repeat anything, we don't repeat workouts or skills. It's nice because you don't get burnt out. You're coming in for something new every time.
Yeah.
But
That's
that's
nice.
kind of how I got into it, coaching, and then parents just asking me if I can help their kids out.
And now 6 years later, you got a whole full-grown business out of it.
Yeah, had
Yeah.
no idea it was gonna happen that way.
There
Yeah,
it is. Well, that means you're doing something right.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
what that is you're doing something right. It's working. You're in it to help. And usually it works out when all you're trying to do is help others.
for sure,
You want to help
for
those
sure.
kids.
Yeah.
I love that. Is there anything else you want to say to the people about your program or anything like that to the community?
Yeah, sure. So my Instagram is ican_training. So there's just a lot of content and videos of what I do with players. Even if you don't have the money to train with me or can't make it out, there's still footwork and teachings that I try to throw on there. So there's some value that you can do at home. And then my I just leased out a warehouse, so now I have my own gym.
Oh, love
And
it.
so I'm out in Farmersville now, so that's where all my personal training is and stuff like that. And then my large group training, part of it is at CVC as well, here in Visalia. And so yeah, I offer large group training, personal training, and then I have skill specific classes. So ball handling, footwork, shooting, and finishing at the basket. So kind of have a little of everything for everybody.
Love it. What are the age groups that you offer?
From first grade all the way up to pro.
Love
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Nice. And you've got all those ages
yeah,
in there. That's really
yeah,
cool.
yeah,
That's something.
yeah,
That's so it's not just a kid. These grown men are trusting you with their careers
yeah,
essentially.
yeah. So
Nice.
I've had a 9 year old train with a college player, and we were doing something specific with our lights, and so each light has a read. So if it turns blue, you have to do something. If it turns red, you have to do something else, and green something else. And I was able to train them both because they both had different weaknesses in the method. And so it was cool because seeing a 20-year-old struggle in the same thing a 9 year old struggling with.
Wow, yeah.
So we always say like skills don't discriminate.
No. Mm-mm.
And so yeah, so it's for
Neither
everybody.
do weaknesses.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly,
yeah.
exactly.
I love that. That's really cool. Well, congratulations on that. If you have a basketball player in your home, in your life, and that you just know of that needs a little bit of help, or maybe not even they need a little bit of help. Maybe they're just a basketball player and they would like to just game up on their skills, right? Yeah, give him a call. Give him a call. He'll get you guys nice and set there, skilled up for the court. Donald, thank you so much for
Yeah.
visiting us. We will have you back because you've got something else special to talk about. So we will see you guys real soon.